Welcome to episode 22 of the group Ironman Progression Series. We are here, as per usual, salvaging AFK while I edit the previous episode. And yeah, there's been a lot of changes to the game in terms of XP nerfs. And there is now going to be some newer changes even coming out today while I do this. So I'm going to wait for these changes to come in, and then I'm going to hit up the Barracuda trials, the Gwyneth Glide, so that I can start kind of racing towards this level 99. And yeah, pretty excited. Let's get into it. We will briefly cover some of the changes that went on today. So basically, they are nerfing salvaging. No surprises there. It is the most overpowerful training method, as you don't really need to do anything. And although you're not getting the most XP per hour, the XP rates are very competitive considering how little effort you put into it. So honestly, it is a much needed nerf for the health of sailing itself. But here is the rundown of the changes that they're doing. So they're buffing you as a player, salvaging using the hook, but they're nerfing the searching of the salvage, or like the sorting of it. And your crewmates are also heavily nerfed with the XP that they gain for you for using the hook. So you can't just like sit there AFK and let your two crewmates kind of salvage for you. You can, but it's a much lower XP rate, which makes a lot of sense. Another point to add is that they obviously changed the XP rates of the crystal extractor as well. So now the crystal extractor doesn't give you the massive XP boost it was giving you. It's now going to be giving you 250 XP, which works out at a maximum of about 14,000 XP per hour extra. And I mean, this doesn't really bother me too much. I'm still going to be using the crystal extractor because it's just that extra little bit of XP while you're doing the salvaging. So yeah, all in all, I would say Jagex know what they're doing, and they probably seen that the salvaging was a bit overpowerful. So yeah, I think it's much needed, even though it hurts because I was a big salvager. I'm still going to be salvaging anyway. It's still going to help me get towards 99. It's just going to take a little bit longer, which I am okay with. Another point to note is that the sailing pet cannot be gained from your crewmates using the salvaging hook. You can only get the pet, use it while salvaging, through using the hook yourself, which also makes a lot of sense. It'd be so crazy if your crewmate could get you the pet, but it's nice that they confirmed that also. So yeah, those are the most of the changes. There's obviously a lot more that went on, but these are the ones that I'll be focusing on since it's what I've been doing all the time with salvaging. Here's 89 sailing. Hell yeah. That is... Ooh, I can now build a rosewood cargo hold, which would be pretty nice to try out actually for the sloop.
Collection log slot
completed.
completed.
Very nice. The moldy doll. I'm pretty sure that is some XP for me. I can hand it into Curated Hague and get some... I think it's like 15,000 XP, so that's nice. There's 90 sailing, and I skipped the pop-up, so let's see if I unlock anything for that. No, and then... Nope, no unlocks, but level 90 is a pretty big deal, I would say. Oh, no way, I just got a second moldy doll. Jesus. That's wild. Alright, we are at the Gwyneth Glide, and I've already fucked up. We are at the Gwyneth Glide, and we are going to try beat the Marlin time. We've got our keg set up now on our skiff as the XP bonus from the 2.5% XP bonus counts. And at the Gwyneth Glide, you get a very big XP drop, so I definitely think it's worth having this on just for an extra, like, I think you get an extra 400 XP per lap, which will all add up, so I'm very happy with that. So let's see if we can beat the time. If not, the XP rates here are absolutely insane because you get like 6,000 XP per lap now, with the new changes that Jagex just dropped. Yeah, my biggest issue with Barracuda Trials, I think, is that the hitboxes can be so weird on these little crates that you have to pick up. I feel like sometimes I fly right by them or I'm like in the vicinity and I should be picking it up and I won't, and then other times I could be a mile away and it'll still pick up the crate. It's definitely to do with like the true tile of the boat, I'm assuming. But yeah, it's so confusing. It kind of frustrates me sometimes. But I'm not sure if this is anything Jagex can even do, really. So just complaining to complain, really. It is what it is. Alright, we almost got it there. We're... How many? We are 11 seconds off. So only a matter of time before we get this time.
Nope.
Oh, Jesus. The fuck is this? Wait. Wait, I can bank here? This is a bank boat? Hold up. Hold up now. Is this literally a bank boat? Oh my god, this is a bank boat. I've never noticed that before. That's so funny. Level 91 sailing. I love salvaging. There's level 92 sailing. I think what you're gonna notice throughout a lot of these clips is that, yeah, salvaging is definitely OP as hell. We really flew through all of the levels, especially in the higher end. Not really doing anything. I was watching YouTube videos, I was editing, I was playing Arc Raiders even, and like just slowly chipping away at these sailing levels every time, so really big fan of the salvaging.
Collection log slot.
No way!
Completed.
I got the dragon cannon barrel! Oh shit, that's so funny! Oh shit, Drip is here too! Alright, the dragon cannon barrel can only be obtained from salvaging the merchant shipwrecks and sorting your opulent salvage. Combined with the dragon cannon schematic, which I will get when I'm building my dragon cannon barrel, you can then craft the dragon cannon on your ship, which is the strongest type of cannon you can get. As you can see here, the rate is 1 in 20,000 salvage you're going to get this, so it's extremely rare right now. I assume at some point they're going to add something into the game, like PVM wise, that makes it a lot easier to obtain this, but for now this is like one of the harder items to get in sailing, so very excited to at least get one of these. I'm obviously gonna need 2 to finish the full set, but 1 is good enough. Even if I don't get a second one by 99, I'll be very happy with this. Yeah, extremely rare. Very kind of surprised I got it at 13.1k salvages, so kind of spooned, you know, but not like insanely spooned. I've been seeing a lot of people get it like the level that they get to the merchant shipwrecks. Alright, and with this salvage we get 94 sailing. I can make a new sail now, a rosewood sail. That's amazing. Absolutely massive level. 5 more to go. And with this last harvest, we get 95 sailing. We have 4 more levels to go. And then we are officially done with sailing for now. Very hyped. Hoping to get this done before the Christmas holidays. We'll see. It's been kind of quick, especially at the salvaging, but I think we're going to hit up the Gwennet Glide a little bit.
Collection log slot. Completed.
Oh, cool. Dragon Cannonball, I guess the update came out. I've been getting Dragon Cannonballs, obviously, but this is the first time I've gotten one since the update today, which gives me my collection log. Hell yeah. And there's level 96 sailing, which means I can actually make a new helm. I'm not sure if that will benefit me yet, I think I'm going to be looking into the full dragon upgrades, dragon slash rosewood upgrades after I hit 99. I think the goal of this episode so far will just be hit 99 and see where we left off then. Right, we are finally gonna fly away from salvaging. I'll obviously try to do it when I'm AFK, but I actually have a window to do a bit of higher intensity XP, so we're gonna go to the Gwennet Glide. No, that's my time ruined. God fucking damn.
Nope.
No, I was on pace. Why? What is this? Why is this part the hardest part for some reason? No way. Oh, I was on pace as well. That's so funny. I was on pace and I get nerd logged. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Projectile spewing out. No. Can't I get this? Why is there just like one mistake that ruins everything? Oh, and now I'm just messing up loads. Lovely. No, it's fucking ruined. The run over. I was on pace there. Alright, we are basically at 10 million XP, which means we have 3 million more XP to go till 99. Let's keep it going. Oh my god, did I do it?
Collection log slot completed.
I just changed the course up a little bit compared to the wiki marked tiles, and I actually got it. So that's a feels good moment. Now I don't need to worry about the time that I'm doing here. I can just go ahead and do it. Hell yeah. Probably go back to salvaging now, most likely. Alright, we're gonna go back to salvaging, and I believe I can upgrade some of my crewmates, so let's go ahead and recruit all of the new crewmates. Alright, first one is in etc., which I believe I can actually do my spirit tree to get there quicker. Here we go, here's the dock. It's this person here, Bosun Zara. That is for a level 80 unlock. Alright, there's the first one recruited. Alright, next one is in Brimhaven, and his name is Jolly Jim. Let's get Jolly Jim. And Jolly Jim's actually a significant one, as when I'm AFK, he is the best NPC for salvaging. And I believe he's in here somewhere. There he is. Our Spotter Virginia is another one, and they're actually really good on the helm, so anytime I need one on the helm, Spotter Virginia is going to be the one. Alright, last one has a level 95 requirement, and it is Sailor Jakob. It seems like his stats are also just really good at helmsmanship, and nothing else, so just gonna recruit him just so I have him. Alright, let's manage the crew. I'm gonna clear all these out and make sure we get all the right ones. We want Cabin Boy Jenkins. We need Jolly Jim. They are our salvaging hook people. But then let's pull in Spotter Virginia for steering the ship. And let's do, I mean, it doesn't really matter who my fourth one is actually, so let's bring out Bosun Zara. And there is a massive level 97. 2 more to go. Alright, we've gotten some salvage built up, and that should tick us over to the level 98 mark. And at that point, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try port tasks from level 98 to 99. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So let's see if we can get this last dragon cannon barrel. Not the worst if we don't get it. as I have one already. But yeah, you know, it would be nice to get a second too. There's level 98 sailing. One more to go. We're going to finish the salvage off, and then we are going to make our way to the port tasks. Alright, since that is the end of all of my salvaging, I'm going to show a screenshot of my loot tracker for this. I kept all the stackable items, but obviously dropped a lot of the items that I didn't think I was going to use. That being said, GP wise, we almost got 10 mil GP just from salvaging, which is pretty damn nice. And I did try save as many herbs as I could, and whatever seeds I was able to keep in my seed box. So all in all, pretty decent, and salvaging is a pretty good way of just getting AFK loot if you ever need to do something like that as an Ironman. Okay, I've downloaded this plugin called Port Tasks, and I would highly recommend it if you're doing these late game port tasks, as it kind of gives you an idea of how to do the ABA method, which is kind of the best way to get XP for these port tasks. So I'll let you know how this goes. Okay, so this is actually fairly easy to comprehend. Actually, I like this a lot. So basically it shows you lines on where to go, which is kind of nice, but it's telling you the direction you're supposed to take it from. And the idea of the ABA method is to basically go to the higher level ports like Lunar Isle, Relica, and all the ones up north. Anywhere there, take tasks that tell you need to do like a full round trip. So you need to go back to Alderaan to collect the cargo, and then back to Lunar Isle, let's say. And what the ABA method is doing is you don't actually do that round trip. You teleport your boat to Alderaan and you start the trip there to make it way quicker. What you end up doing for these tasks then is getting these fat XP drops because you're delivering so much and so far in terms of distance. And as long as you're efficiently doing a long route, it actually works out with like these really massive XP drops. Oh my god, 16,000 XP just for that? Yeah, that is nice. Easier to explain this from the map. So the idea of this method, I've done it like twice now, and it's actually insanely good XP. For kind of like a chill experience if you're looking for something along the Barracuda trials that isn't salvaging. What I do is I start in Fremnik, or Fremnik area, and I go to Relica, and we take as many port tasks as we can. That's going to essentially ask us to go sail over to the other side here, over to like, ideally we want it to be Alderaan or Sunset Coast, but Port Roberts and Port Piscarius is also good, and so is Civitas here. Sometimes even Prif is decent as well. And so we take as many port tasks as we can from here, and we make our way up to etc. then. And we take 2 port tasks from here, same deal, just try to get them as far away as possible. And then we go to the Lunar Isle, and we get 1 or 2 tasks from here, depending on how many we were able to take. You can take up to 5 port tasks in total. And now the idea, how it's kind of made out, is that you're supposed to sail from where you get the task all the way over to collect the cargo and then come back. So to cut off all of that time, what you want to do is start at your most starting location. So for this one, with this task or this plugin, you can see that it was Sunset Coast. So we start in Sunset Coast, pick up our first load of cargo, and now you can see the next point that we're going to hit is Port Roberts. We collect the cargo from here, and then we hit up Port Piscarius and we get the rest of the cargo from there. And that just makes it so that you're only doing one trip, even though you're supposed to do a fully round trip. So it makes you get more XP and it's quicker travel time. So then you just kind of map it out every time. This plugin is great because it kind of shows you the routes that you're supposed to take, so you can kind of figure out which ones are your first ones to go to and make your way there. And then you end up here like I am right now, and we grab some cargo, and your crewmate should grab the rest of the cargo, and we deliver. And that was only 3,800 for that one, because I think they were pretty low tasks for those ones. But some of them here you'll see are absolutely massive XP drops, like 14,000 XP, some of them are. So yeah, let's go to etc. now, and then back to Relica, and we start the whole process again. And to speed things up, I'm after forgetting, but you look for a new task here in Lunar Isle while you're here.
Collection log slot completed.
Hey, there's the shark paint. I already have that on one of my ships, but that is the collection log for me, so that's cool. One thing I will say about the port tasks is early levels it was terrible, but once you actually get a full crew, they actually carry all of the cargo crates with you onto your boat. And I think this process, like look at all my crewmate just carrying all the crates along with me. I think this process in the later levels of sailing is what makes the port tasks really, really nice. Alright, as you can see by my XP, we are getting alarmingly close to the level 99 mark. Just gonna give you my thoughts on sailing as a whole. I did it from release till now, where I've just done solely sailing. I didn't do anything else. I didn't even go for farm runs or anything. And based on that logic, I would say it is a very easy skill to just get stuck into and completely grind it out all the way to level 99. Obviously, there is going to be new content that comes out over time, just like every other skill. So for me, as an Ironman, it was really nice to grind out to level 99, even though I don't have like my max boat even yet. I'll grind that out over time, but it just felt really good to grind out, as I know as an Iron I'm going to benefit from that later on when new content comes out. Now, sailing in comparison to other skills, what I will say is in terms of easiness to get the level 99, I would say this could actually beat fire making in terms of being the best type of skill to get to level 99. Fire making is definitely quicker to get to level 99, which makes it a very nice skill to just kind of knock out on an Ironman. But sailing is definitely up there. I would say fire making and sailing are like my top two skills to get to level 99 if you're ever kind of the type of player that likes to grind out and feel what it is like to get a level 99, then these are the two skills you should start off with, as they are definitely by far the easiest to do. All in all, I haven't touched any of the new content that comes with sailing, i.e. there's new frost dragons. That's where you get the dragon metal sheets and dragon nails for all of your highest level ship upgrades, so I'll definitely hit that up. So all in all, I really, really enjoyed the skill. I think it's going to be really good for the game. Yeah, massive shout out to Jagex for this massive skill that they've just released. And I trust that through the polling system, we're going to constantly get like good content coming out for sailing in the future, and the more and more they tie it into the game and the quests and the lore, the better it's gonna feel. So yeah, excited. This is my very first time getting to play a new skill on release. Back in the day I played summoning, but I was very young, so I didn't really understand the hype of like grinding a new skill with basically everybody else. So that was really cool. And yeah, decided to get on to some PVM now, and maybe continue our goals of doing the Colosseum and the Inferno as our kind of long-term goals for this account. Another moldy doll. Oh my god. Just before the 99 too. Love to see it. And with this salvage piece, we are 99 sailing. Holy shit. That is crazy. Woo! You fucking did it. Pretty happy with that. And when I go back to sailing, at least I'm max, so it means I can actually do any of the content that comes out in the future. 2 moldy dolls! Oh my god. Just finishing off this salvage before we go get the cape. Well, as far as I know, we can get the cape off this guy. There we go. Most likely just gonna drop the hood as I always do. But if I wear the sailing cape here, it is. We are officially 99 sailing. It actually gives you a +1 boost to sailing too, which is cool. Let's check out the emote. Wrong one, wrong one. That is sick. I love that. It's actually probably one of the better emotes. Right. That was an epic journey to level 99 sailing. We are going to leave it there. We are going to go ahead and do a long but much needed farm run of all my trees and all my herbs. So feels good to be back on the land, and feels also good to have the iron ready to go with any new sailing content that comes out. Potentially raids 4, I hear, you know, that's the rumor going around right now. But yeah, absolute amazing progress for the Group Ironman Progression Series, and yeah, we shall see you in the next one. Oh yeah, and before we go, let's get rid of this afro and get the OG hairstyle back. Bye!